They head to the stadium where they're tailgating. A lot of product placement. Shout out Hyundai. They got an electric car now, it seems.
Yeah.
Grills.
That bad boy can power a grill.
They weren't being
shots
shy.
of these grills.
They were not being shy.
And it was a whole thing. It was like, oh, let's show Clayton how this turns on the grill.
Like, let me hit this button.
Yeah. So shout out Hyundai.
Get that money, ABC, I guess.
Money to shine there, moment to shine there. And then they head to the Bachelor Bowl. Bachelor Bowl, get a whole montage of previous Bachelor Bowls.
I thought that was nice.
They should have put Dylan getting trucked by Luke P. in there.
Yeah, technically rugby, so.
I know, but just throw that in any time you get the chance.
Yeah.
We often say that we want them to get rid of these dates, and I generally agree with you. But I had said on Cutting Stems last night that if they're going to keep doing these, and it sure seems like they're going to keep doing them, they got to make it more of a thing. They can't have them just be so one-off and like the purple team plays the blue team, and whoever wins gets to spend more time with the Bachelor, Bachelorette. You got to make the teams... You got to have them be the teams every year, and like
the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes, you got to have something that's recognizable. Keep records, keep statistics, have like the longest touchdown. Like if we're gonna keep doing, like let us buy jerseys for the teams.
Let us make jerseys.
Right, or we'll make them and we'll sell them. Like there needs to be more.
They don't need more money.
Right, there's like an MVP. There's like all these.
And there needs to be more connective because right now. Why we don't like them is because they just happen and they're weird and people usually end up getting hurt and scraped knees and they're like, why are we doing this? But if you connect some sort of meaning to it, I think I would want a Bachelor.
Like Shanae just broke the rushing yards in one game.
Right.
Yeah, and like if they're getting cuts and bruises for no reason, there's no point. But if they're getting cuts and bruises and it's connected to something, you're right. Yeah. People are going to be more interested.
They got Hannah Storm there. Just let her like fully announce all the games
Absolutely.
And go in and do it. So this year we had the Shrimp Stampede versus the Purple Punishers.
Oh, I didn't know they actually had names.
Oh, they had names, yeah. The Shrimp Stampede was the blue team. That was Lindsay, Shanae, Hunter, Gabby, Jill, Eliza. And the Purple Punishers, Marlena, Sarah, Susie, Sierra, Teddy, Mara, and Genevieve. Winners obviously get to go to the after party, and losers get to go home. Can't stay here.
Yep.
2 NFL players.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. My dad used to say that when I had parties at my house.
Closing time.
At a certain time, he would say it.
He would?
He would tell all my friends at like 1, 2, 8. You don't have to go home, but you guys can't stay here.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
They had 2 NFL guests participate. You know, they had Jonathan Greenard and Camus Grugier-Hill, who shout out Camus. He used to be on the Eagles.
Okay.
Just want to, I
recognize
Eagles
fly.
I said this last night.
Right words, wrong tune.
Wrong cadence.
That sounded somewhat.
Do you think
that?
that?
But that wasn't what she did.
But do you think I'm on tune for any song? Ever. Like I probably meant it right, but it
probably played right in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm glad that these guys did the date, but we need a superstar NFL or any professional athlete.
We need Gronk and Camille to host
that. They would be great. We need somebody super recognizable to like be on the show, just because it'd give us a lot of clout, in terms of people being like, oh, you should be watching sports, and I can be like, well, Gronk watches the show.
I think Gronk and Camille would be the perfect fit. Gronk goofy, Camille goofy, but they're also like in love.
Quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? Maybe what's her name is a fan.
Shailene
Woodley.
Aaron Rodgers will never step foot on a Bachelor franchise.
Oh, true.
Of all the quarterbacks.
Of all people you could mention, the one
who
literally does not talk to his brother Jordan, who is a part of the franchise.
Let's get Josh Allen on the show.
Yeah.
I was thinking Josh Allen and his girlfriend.
Who?
This is the thing. There's got to be a lot of guys who's, they got a lot of ladies in their life who watch the show. Bring them as a date. It's a great way to.
Do we really want Patrick Mahomes on there?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Then we get Brittany.
Then we get his brother too.
Wait, that would be hilarious though.
A day where they make a TikTok video.
To be honest, it actually would be. Brittany and Jackson hosting a date would actually be pretty hilarious.
Funny.
Would be pretty hilarious.
Gronk and Camille are the 2.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Joe Burrow just because he's hot.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow would be great.
The Purple Punishers crush them. They're so good. I mean, the Purple Punishers had Marlena. She Olympic athlete. Like, come on. What are we doing here? So the purple team wins. They get to go back to the, hotel. They get to go on the dates. Everyone else leaves. Shanae is all salty about leaving. And then, basically, the girls are pumped because they're like, yeah, Shanae's not coming. So this is the perfect opportunity. Drama-free. But we'll all spend our time telling Clayton how bad Shanae is. It's not all of them, but a lot of them.
No, but it's a mistake on the house's part. But I also see the other side of it where, like, they want to tell Clayton about Shanae, but you're also giving Shanae all the ammunition in the world to then crash the date like she did and say, these girls are being mean, they're bullying and they're teaming up on me. But also the flip side of that is somebody's going to have to tell Clayton over and over and over again for it to finally get through to him. So it's a tough spot. You can't. Yeah. It's tough to say something, but you also can't not say something because you need Clayton to know.
Yeah. Right. It's kind of like you said, it's a tough spot because the smart idea would be almost to just ignore her and not feed into it, because once you ignore her, then what is she going to feed into, right? Like it only makes her keep going if they keep talking about it.
Yep.
And like you said, it gives her ammunition now to be like, oh, they're being mean to me, they keep talking about me. Whereas if they just ignored her completely, she'd fall apart, she'd have a meltdown because they'd be like, nobody's paying attention to me. Right. But it is hard to do that. Once somebody's being so annoying, it's hard to just brush that off, especially they're living with her, they're dealing with her, they can't stand that Clayton's spending so much time with her. So
yeah,
who was it who took Clayton aside and
Sierra,
tried to break it down as much as she could?
Sierra.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because Sierra, like, she's already had success in this department, right? She's the one who told Clayton about the Cassidy with the FaceTime guy. Like, so she's like, all right, it's time for me to be like, sit down. Shanae is bad. Like, do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, she's talking to him like, you do not see what we all see. Like, open your eyes. But honestly, it didn't even really matter. Like, the rest of them, everyone else is trying to say it a little bit too. Genevieve tried to as well. Poor Teddy had just a giant gash on her knee. Like, Jesus, these dates are brutal. Her knee was destroyed.
For nothing.
Oh, like, yeah. So Clayton's talking to Sarah, and while that's happening, we cut to Shanae 9 million times, getting ready, changing, walking down a hallway very slowly, like multiple hallways, before she finally gets to the date and crashes, where Sarah is just like, okay. And, you know, Clayton seems flustered. He's like, didn't your team lose?
Yeah. Excuse me, you're team blue.
Excuse me.
Or team purple.
Yeah, he's like, weren't you team blue?
You're team blue.
You lost.
You're not allowed to
Scram.
be here. But then she just sits down and makes out with him.
Yeah, no, they talk.
Shanae can do whatever she wants right now. And
Shanae voiced her opinion in 2 seconds. Like, by the way, all these girls are out to get me, and like, let's make out now.
And it's working.
It worked. He put her right up on that bar.
Yeah.
It worked. And then all the girls are sitting around. They're pissed because Shanae's hijacked their date, which is obviously going to turn into a whole big thing. Sierra calls her a Karen.
Oh, yeah.
And this did make me laugh. Marlena joked that to death to us part with Shanae would just be death.
Oh, man.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, are they planning on killing her?
I was like, okay.
This series will take a turn.
They really don't like Shanae.
I think Sarah was really hopeful that this was going to backfire on Shanae, because Sarah sat down and was like, I don't know, guys, like, he didn't seem like super excited to see her. Like, I don't know. And then she was like, you never know how the night's going to end. Like, this could turn around. Meanwhile, she's on the bar. They're making out. Like, she might get the group date rose.
And oh man, that would be something.
Like, she might get the group date rose.
And what they're gonna have to, or what they're gonna be realizing, is that, like, we can keep telling Clayton over and over again, but ultimately it's up to him to decide whether or not to send Shanae home. And he's just gonna keep making out with her, it seems, and she's gonna go a lot further than we all want.
And Shanae did approach the group. She said, "Keep my name out of your motherfucking mouths. Genevieve, Sierra, I'm coming for you." Takes that trophy, throws it in the dirt.
Petty. But we knew that.
She's out of control.
She's
a monster.
It's a lot. So
she's been emboldened by Clayton,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's insane, and this ties back to what we were saying at the beginning with this trailer. No fucking idea what's going on here. It looks like we're getting a 2-on-1 with Shanae and Genevieve, but they're in different outfits, and then they're in different outfits at what looks like some kind of rose ceremony, but it's Shanae and Genevieve standing in front of him, but then they cut to the little rose podium, and there's 2 roses on the podium, but they're showing 2 people, and that's when he's like, I've been intimate with the both of you. I just don't know. I don't know yet. We have no idea. The preview is a complete psych out.
Is there anybody out there? Is there any Instagram account that breaks down Bachelor trailers?
There definitely is, but I feel like spoilers might be involved with that.
Okay. I would love just like face value.
Yeah.
Here's what it seems like is going on.
Because I think the only way you could properly break down that trailer is if you know the spoilers.
You're probably right.
Right? Like, because it is so confusing.
It's incredibly
It's
confusing.
so confusing.
And you know that they're not giving it to us straight,
They're
right?
not,
Like,
of
because then
course.
we would just know what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.